What's going on YouTube? KoD Foot here. Bringing you another episode of KoD Foot Talks. It's Thursday, so what do you expect? I'm bringing you another episode here. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about bad drivers. Something that was on my mind on my way home from work today. We had a little bit of snow around the area, and I just seen a bunch of people driving like assholes. So I figured I'd touch on the subject a little bit, talk about some bad drivers in bad weather, bad drivers in good weather, just general bad drivers, and why I fucking hate them. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm on my way home from work today, and it's snowing. Not too bad. The roads are slick, they're wet, there's a little bit of black ice on them from time to time. So you drive cautiously. That's the right thing to do, in my opinion. That's the way I was taught. Is, when it's snowing, you kind of stagger yourself on the road. If you've got a two-lane road where two cars are heading in the same direction, you stagger yourself. That way, if they kind of slide out, there's room for it. You're not going to slide directly into somebody and cause a pileup. That's something that my mother instilled in me when I first learned how to drive. And it's just something that stuck with me, and it's something that I do to this day, and not enough people do it. Everybody's in a rush to get somewhere. They think that they're the best driver in the world and that they're invincible. A lot of young kids do it that way. I know I did when I was a young kid, and I guess maybe now that I've gotten a little bit older. Yeah, but even then, when it was bad weather, I didn't drive like an asshole. I only drove like an asshole on dry land, when it was sunny and beautiful out. Then I'd open her up a little bit. I had a 84 Monte Carlo rear-wheel drive, so you weren't really doing too much stupid shit in the snow and in bad weather, because as soon as you started, you'd be fishtailing and sliding all over the place. Anyway, so I'm coming down the road, and there's this guy tailgating. And I'm like, dude, there's fucking snow on the ground. Why are you fucking tailgating this truck? And it's not that he was in a big SUV or something four-wheel drive or something, that would be known to get good traction in the snow. No, he was driving like a fucking Civic hatchback at 65 mile an hour, tailgating the car in front of him and weaving in between lanes all the way around. So I backed off. I actually turned into a parking lot and gave him enough time to get far enough up the road that if he does wreck, it's not going to affect me. It may hold me up in traffic, but I'm not going to be anywhere near the wreck to be involved in it as well. I've been driving for 11 years now, and I've been in one accident my entire life, and it wasn't my fault. Some guy pulled out in front of me, was not paying attention, was on his cell phone. I pulled out of a gas station. I'm, getting it up the road. I was about 35, 40 mile an hour, and he pulls out in front of me, and then I T-boned him. I caught him in the passenger side, totaled my car, did a whole bunch of damage to his. Luckily, his was able to be driven away. And then when his mother gets there, she starts fucking flipping out, telling the cops on the scene that they need to drug test me and they need to fucking breathalyze me because I must be high on crack or I must be drunk. And I had just left work. It was 5 minutes from my work. I don't know, it kind of pissed me off. He was a bad driver. He was not paying attention. I was raised, you look around and you pay attention to everything. You constantly keep your eyes moving. You never focus on one thing at a time. And that's how you are a good driver. You don't tailgate. You stay backed off. If you're going to drive it at high speeds, do it on the highway. And do it when there's nobody else around. If you're going to wreck, take yourself out. Don't take a whole bunch of people out with you because you don't know how to fucking drive. So anyway, this guy's fucking getting it down the road, and he's tailgating all these fucking cars, and sure as shit, I see him in the fucking ditch 20 minutes down the road. Like I said, I turned into a parking lot, gave him ample time to go ahead and go wreck his car if he wanted to. I start heading back down the road, and sure as shit, he's off in a ditch on the side of the road, standing there like, what happened? I don't know what I did. I'm so stupid, because I thought that I could drive a Civic hatchback in the snow at 60 mile an hour. Fucking idiot. I hate bad drivers. The number one worst driver, in my opinion, that was old people. Old people will pull out in front of you like they are allowed to. They pull out in front of you like because they're old, they automatically have the right of way, and I can't stand that shit. I was driving a work van the other day to the shop. I'm in limp home mode is what it's called. The van does not shift above first gear. It won't go above 5 mile an hour. So I'm 5 mile an hour just trucking along, going through an intersection. He waits until I'm 5 feet from him to start pulling out in front of me. Some old guy, probably about 80, 85 years old, and then gets pissed off at me because I wasn't stopping in an intersection to let him go. When even still, no matter how fast I was going, I had the fucking right of way. I've seen old people swerve into other lanes because they're not paying attention. Then you got the old people texting. Oh my god, that's a fucking nightmare and a half. It scares me being on the road anymore. It scares me that my daughter is going to be driving soon with these people on the road. You know, not soon, she's only 8, but soon enough. God damn. Oh, I don't want to think about that. That just pisses me off. She's going to be driving in 8 years. She's halfway to where she's going to start driving, and then I have to teach her the right way to drive and hope to God that her mother stays the fuck away from her when she's learning how to drive. My ex did not know how to drive at all. One of the worst drivers in the world. So, in the rank of bad drivers, you know, now we're talking stereotypes, so don't get me all confused. I know there's some old people that are good drivers, but we're going to go with the majority of them here. Old people suck behind the wheel. They drive too slow or they drive too fast. There was a video circulating recently where an old man got confused of which pedal was the brake and which one was the gas, and he drove his car at like 40 mile an hour through a car wash, almost killed somebody, wrecked a whole bunch of equipment, and then slammed into a fucking pole at the end of it. Like, they shouldn't be driving. I firmly believe that there should be an age limit where after that age limit you have to go every 6 months or a year to re-qualify for your license. You have to retake that license test because within 1 year, once you hit a certain age, in 1 year, your vision could go to shit, your mentality could go to shit. You could just... so much could happen health-wise with you that could affect your driving, and yet old people, they're hard-headed and they're stuck in their ways, and nobody can tell me that I can't drive. I earned this shit. I fought in World War II. I don't give a fuck that you fought in World War II. Thank you for your service. I appreciate what you did, but that does not mean that you have the right to be behind a fucking wheel, putting me, my family, my friends, and everybody else in the road in danger. On the road in danger. That's what I meant to say. Shut up. So, yeah, so you got old people. And then I'm probably going to catch some flack for this one. Women. I can't stand women drivers. They're fucking... I'm talking about your typical, oh my god, woman driver. You're fucking... I hate them. They get behind the wheel. They're worried about fucking texting. They got to make sure that their hair's done. They're with their fucking girlfriends and shit. It's like, bitch, just fucking drive. Please just drive the fucking car safely. But they can't, and they freak out and they panic, and they don't know how to keep a level head on them. And somebody stops in front of them, and they don't know what to do. And I've seen too many accidents where it was caused by a woman driver to not put them on my list of bad drivers. You know, yeah, I see accidents all the time that involve men, but I see a lot more that involve women. And I see a lot more that involve old people than I do young people. And then you got old women. That's like the epitome of the fucking horrible driver right there. You got an old woman driver, you're fucked. Get off the road, run for the hills, because that bitch is going to kill somebody. And then you got illegals. Well, I'm not going to call them all illegals. You got foreigners. You've got people that came to this country from another country. Some are illegal, some aren't. And they're used to customs and ways of driving in their country. And we don't do that here, you know? Like India is one of the craziest places I've ever seen when it comes to driving. They don't have rules. Russia's the same way. Look up some Russian dash cam videos. They're fucking ridiculous. There's like no rules to the road over there, and I don't get it. We have rules over here. And my mother taught me how to drive at the age of 16. She taught me very well. She is the exception. You know, when I say I don't trust women drivers, that's generally true. She's the one woman driver that I was never scared when she was behind the wheel. And I probably should have been a few different times. You know, she used to drink when I was a kid, and I'd seen her many times where she should not legally have been behind the wheel. but she got me there safe somehow. I don't know. I don't really want to get into that. Maybe I'll talk about that in a later episode or something. But this video is wrapping up. Leave a like and comment below. Let me know how you feel about old people driving, about women driving. Let me know what you want me to talk about. I want to entertain you, so let me know what you want me to talk about. In the description below will be a link to the Scuff 360 giveaway video. Please share the fuck out of that video. I'm tired of putting that shit at the end. Like and comment below. Make sure you're subscribed, all that good shit. Until next time, I'm KoD Foot. Later.